For R over Q, we had number 5. For the first part of part A, we had to graph E, the mechanical energy, as a function for time for T is equal to Tc to T is equal to Tf, which is basically as the block and dart are colliding to the maximum height, which is Tf. And as we already know, in this case, the mechanical energy would decrease over time while it's in motion. So in this case, the graph should look something like this, as it's decreasing at its maximum height. Then for the second part of part A, we then had to graph the magnitude of the momentum of the dart block system from Tc to Tf. And as we already know, the magnitude of the dart block system will decrease as the forces are opposite and the block is slowing the dart down. So the magnitude will decrease like almost at a steady rate, but definitely not steady. So it would look something like this. Then for part B, we were given a scenario to which if there was an M2 present and it had a greater mass than M1, and the dart was moving the exact same speed in the same direction, how would its final height of H2 compare to H1, to which that we were previously working with? The answer to that would be H1 is greater than H2, because M2 having a greater mass than M1 would prevent the dart from moving it to the same height or higher, as there would be more of like a push from M2 than there was from M1, because the mass is greater, so M2 wouldn't go up as high.
Now it's time for part C, where we have to derive an equation for the height. We will start off by using the momentum equation to find VF. By dividing by VF on both sides, you get M1V over VF equals M1 plus M2. Divide by M1 VO on both sides, then flip the equation and cross multiply, and you get M1 VO over M1 plus M2. Then, since we have VF, we plug it into the kinetic to gravity equation. Plugging in the VF and dividing by mg, you should get M1 squared VO squared 18.6 over 18.6 M1 plus M2 squared equals height. And for part D, I would say it does agree with the statement in part B, because the M2, the mass of the block, is in the denominator, which means that as the mass of the block gets bigger, the height decreases.
I be popping bottles, sparkles and champagne. VIP my section, royalty looking sexy, you know that be my thing.
Stand up now and face the sun, won't hide my tail or turn and